What is going on, Brick fans? Today I have an exciting review for you all. We're going to be taking a look at the new set from Pokémon Mega Construx, Ferris Wheel Fun. So if you like Pokémon Mega Construx content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Of course, like the video if you like this content, and let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments. So without further delay, let's get right into the review. So here it is, the Ferris Wheel Fun set, and I gotta say from the outset, I think this set has quite a bit of value in it. We have two reworked Pokemon and one Pokemon that I consider to be new. So our new Pokemon is Paldean Wooper, and then we have reworks for Munchlax and Meowth. So before we look at any of the Pokemon, let's take a look at the actual Ferris wheel. And I gotta say, this is definitely a step up from the windmill set. Mega Construx did an excellent job with the basing for this set. The windmill set, if you pick it up, it practically falls apart. This one has no problems picking it up and moving it around. So right there, they get some improvement points from my perspective. Of course, we have three connectors, one right, one left, and one in the center for connecting this set to any of the other sets that you have. And then we have the mechanized components. So we got the Ferris wheel that can turn, and then this little platform over here that moves as well. Now personally, I'm not like a big fan of the mechanized components. I think a lot of them are unnecessary, but they actually did a decent job with this one. This definitely is not my favorite piece of landmass that Mega Construx has come out with, and I'm probably not going to put it on display, but it is a decent offering from them, and I can definitely see this as being something that some fans will be excited about. So with all that said, we have Sprigatito. Of course, there's nothing new to this Sprigatito. If you have a Sprigatito, you're not getting anything extra here. Now next we have Paldean Wooper. Now this guy can move his head left and right. He can also move his neck. It gets a little complicated if you want to move his neck. He is not all that sturdy. You're going to have to piece him back together. So would not recommend moving him by the neck all that much. Have him facing one way and you'll be fine. His tail can move left and right and it can go up and down. And then we got the feet. His legs can move up and down and the feet can turn as well. I think this is a really good Wooper. The only problem I have is this dead space on the top of the head. I think that's really bad and it looks a little weird. Overall, it is a step up from the original Wooper. However, the original Wooper did not have a hole in his head, so that is kind of disappointing to see that the new one does. We took a step back there, but everything else on this new Wooper is way better, and I hope Mega Construx comes out with an update for this Wooper sometime in the future. I think this is a great representation of Paldean Wooper, and I really like it. So next we have Meowth, and I think the only thing new here to see is the tail. Of course, this is the original Meowth right here. We can see that the new tail design is far superior. Of course, it's a piece designed for this kind of purpose, and it definitely fits Meowth to a T. I gotta say, I have still two disappointments with Meowth. I wish that this piece was completely rounded and his arms are a little too lanky for my taste, but overall, I think this is a huge improvement to the character and I definitely appreciate it. Now with that being said, you could have gotten this build for Meowth in another set. That would be the town scene set from last year. Personally, I was planning on getting it, but I never actually found it in a store. Last but certainly not least, we have Munchlax, which is a huge improvement from the original. There is one thing I don't like. About this Munchlax that I think the original had a better version of, and I'll get to that when we get to there. As far as the actual build, I think it's great. It's much more sturdy than the original version, and just overall a really good build. I really like what they did with the ears as well, just putting that out there. So here is the original Munchlax. So overall, we got some pretty big improvements just with the head and the ears, and as well as this part right here with the stomach. We have two pieces making that up, where this is one. So this version has kind of a split stomach looking thing. That's a little weird. The only thing that I like about this Munchlax over the new one is that his feet can actually have some articulation to it. It can go around in many directions, making it so that it can actually do this kind of really nice running pose, whereas this Munchlax has no feet articulation and can only stand up straight. That's a little disappointing, but honestly, I like the look of the new feet better than the old feet. I'm definitely torn between these two when it comes to the feet, but at the very least, everything about this new one is much better. Even this front part looks really weird on the old version, and it looks fine here. So overall, I really like this newer version. Now, with all that said, you could have gotten this Munchlax in a set from last year. That would be the Trainer 8 pack. Personally, I didn't get it because there's 8 Pokemon in that pack, and this Munchlax would have been the only new thing there for me. But honestly, there's a lot of value in that Trainer 8 pack for newer collectors. So with all that said, I really like this Munchlax. The Munchlax face in the Trainer 8 pack is different, so this is a new faceplate. As far as I'm aware, I don't think any other Munchlax has had this face. I can only find 3 Munchlaxes that Mega Construx has released, so I'm pretty sure this is a new faceplate. But either way, I really like this Munchlax, and I'm glad that it came in this set. So the question remains, do I recommend this set? And I would say I do recommend this set for collectors. However, I don't necessarily think that the initial price tag for this set is necessarily justified. If this set was $10 cheaper, I would say absolutely 100%. But as is, it's a little sketchy. But in terms of value, I mean, if you're like me and you don't have this new Meowth and the new Munchlax, then this set is definitely up there in the value. I mean, we're talking about 2 reworked Pokemon and 1 new Pokemon. I'd say that's really good. In terms of value, this is the kind of thing that I'm really looking for. My ultimate dream version of this set would have been 2 new Pokemon, 1 reworked Pokemon, and an old Pokemon. That would have been amazing. That's really the kind of thing I'm looking for, but I think the value is still here for this set with the 1 new Pokemon and 2 reworks. Now that's just for me. If you're a collector who actually does have the new version of Meowth and or Munchlax, then I mean, that kind of weights things against this set as well. All of this really depends on what your collection is and really how much you're willing to spend on something new. Now personally, I'm not super excited about this Ferris wheel situation. To me, this set is like the older Pokemon sets where the scenery is really just there to bloat the piece count. It's not something that I'm interested in, which is kind of disappointment for me, but I can see some other fans might actually like the Ferris wheel idea, and so this might actually add value to the set to them. So really, I'd say if you don't have the 3 new versions of Pokemon in this set, this is 100% worth it. But if you do, you'll have to make your own determination, really. So with all that said, thank you for watching. I got the Aquatic Adventure set, so I'm going to be building that and reviewing that as well. So look out for those videos. That should be the next 2 videos to come out. I'm really excited to dig into that. Of course, if you like Pokemon Mega Construx content and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Also like the video and let me know in the comments what you guys think of this set. I gotta thank you guys. You guys do really good on liking the video and commenting. It really helps push this content out to more people, and in turn that helps the channel grow. So I do thank you all for doing that. And with all that said, I'll see you all in the next video, but until then, take care.